Good morning, students. I am your previous teacher. My name is Tejshri. And today our topic is living and non-living things. Living and non-living things. Things. What are they? What are things? Lot of things around us, isn't it? Lot of things. I'll remind you. Rocks are there, birds are there, animals are there, human beings are there, fan is there, car is there, bus is there, lot of things are around us. So these things we can divide it into two. Which are they? Things can be classified into two. Living things and non-living things. Things, objects can be divided into two. Living things and the non-living things. What are living things? What are living things? Living things are, they have life in them. They have life in them. They will have life. But non-living things, what are non-living things? They don't have any life in them. For example, living things, human beings, plants, animals, birds, fish, all these are living things. All these have some common properties, some common characteristics, some properties are there. What are they? Living things can grow. Living things can grow. Living things can breathe. Living things can breathe. Living things can move. Living things need food. Living things can reproduce and they will die. All these will explain one by one later. And now we are discussing only these points for this day. So, what are the characteristics of living things? Living things can grow. They will grow. Means plants, have you seen plants, their growth? Once the baby plant is there, after that it will grow little taller and after that it will become later it will become a tree. Like that, human beings, us, we are also growing. No? Yes. So, living things can grow. But non-living things, they can't grow. If the size of a car, today you are looking in car size, then after 2-3 days, will it grow? No? Yes. The car will not grow. But the size as today, the same size will be later also. So, they will not grow. Then, bus, they will not also grow. Like that, non-living things cannot grow, but living things can grow. Living things can breathe. Living things can breathe, but non-living things, they cannot breathe. This fan, rock, bus, all these, they can breathe. Living things can move. Living things can move. They can move from one place to another. But non-living things, they cannot move. They cannot move on their own. Plants, especially I am saying about plants because they will not move on their own. But they are coming in the category of living things because other features are there and also their parts will move. Their parts will move. So, plants also coming in under the category of living things. So, living things can move, but non-living things, they cannot move. Living things need food. All the living things, they need food for their growth. But non-living things, they don't need any food. Living things can reproduce. They can produce their own children. They can produce their own children. But non-living things, they cannot reproduce. They don't have any children. And living things will die in future, but non-living things, they will not die. Understood? So that much today. Thank you.
Living things grow, living things breathe, living things reproduce, and living things eat. Living things have their very habitats. Living things one day die a death. There are some of the things that make a living thing. You and me and the cat and the mouse, trees in our world and the worms underground, all need air and all need food. Beings like their own, they reproduce. They have their own special homes, all die when they lived for long. These are some of the things that make a living thing. Non-living things stay the same size. They don't grow and they don't die. They don't need air to breathe, and they don't need food to eat. They don't reproduce. Beings like their own, they don't need a place that they can call home. These are some of the things that make a non-living thing. The chair and the table, the car and the sand mound, the rock and the pebbles in the playground, all lie motionless and cannot move till someone pushes or gives them a pull.